Good evening. This is episode 3 of the unit command analysis. Um, Bannerlord multiplayer games where Lomiei, me, is commanding. I basically just overview them and grade myself on how well I led the unit. Now, I'm grading myself on 4 key concepts. The first is clarity, which is pretty obvious, just the speaking and listening part of it, how well the unit is able to understand my words, my commands, etc. The key question for it would be if you were a unit in this, or if you were a man in this unit, would you be able to understand the commands that are being given? Discipline, the second one, is more of a mechanical. It's staying together when we should stay together. Moving around as an actual formation when we need to. It also extends to the voice comms. You know, is there a lot of talking over, a lot of cross talking, a lot of not listening? Um, Number 3 is skill, which is personal performance, of course. How well is the commander, me, playing as a player instead of just commanding, you know, getting kills, not hitting teammates, etc. Um, Number 4 is maneuvering. So how well are you putting your unit in the best place at the best time? Are you moving them when you need to? How you need to? All of that stuff. So those are the 4 points that I'm grading myself on, and of course it is always subjective, because you know having objective numbers and systems here is hard to do. So with that being said, we will begin. This is first round we're doing here is the Bloodhold event on April the 24th, 2025. Okay, so KOTF, Light Archer, I'm gonna go with the Mace. Alright. Alex, I've noticed, has a tendency to be very up close in the face of the enemy, so I want to try this one round, since we're switching up. Stick on the flag, really. We are going to try to be combat archers. Weaving in and out, we want to look them in the whites of the eyes, and then put an arrow there. This round, actually the next 4 rounds, this whole episode is going to take place within one event, the Bloodhold events, which are quite amazing. My favorite NA events. Now, I was asked to lead the archers. I don't know if this is my first time being an archer and leading archers, but I think it turned out pretty successfully overall. Okay, I'm carrying the banner. I think we have, we're supposed to have 10 archers, but I think we ended up with 8 archers for the first 2 rounds, and then only 7 for the next. So this one is 8 archers, and the rest of the people are infantry. We're gonna stick kind of to their diagonal left. So we're gonna let them go ahead and seek cover. Caps lock in 3, 2, 1, caps. Alright. Alright. Caps lock in 3, 2, 1, caps. The first cover I think we're gonna need is the trees in the middle of the river here. So let's get to the to those trees. It's gonna be hard maneuvering, so stick around people who have swords. They're gonna be your best cover. Okay, are we going further? I assume Alex is not gonna stop here. Arrows are coming from the left, so curve to the right, curve to the right. Don't get hit by arrows. Stop here, blob on me, blob on the flag. blob on the flag.
Kind of lost track of the
Get off
infantry
pot shots
here,
if you
so we
can.
couldn't be right up
Let's go around the right. Yeah, let's get on
at
dry
the
land.
front
Let's
with
get on
our
dry
infantry.
land.
But
We're
that's
gonna
okay.
use this ridge, this natural earth as cover.
Also,
So we'll start.
the fact that they were heading in that direction made me think that there were enemies, at least somewhere in this general vicinity. There were not, and so I was kind of looking somewhere that they weren't. I was told about it pretty soon by someone, but you know, being aware of where the enemies are is something good for positioning. I think if I knew that there weren't enemies up on this part of the land, I would have gotten closer to the infantry. But you know, you live and you learn.
Popping off shots. Try not to stand on top of the ledge. Oh, I thought they were over there.
They're on the mini island right now.
They're on the mini island.
Yeah, yeah.
Good middle island.
Okay, okay. Where'd Alex go? He's over here. Can we follow him? That would be dangerous if we followed him. Let's stay put for now.
It actually wouldn't be dangerous because there's no enemies there.
Okay. Come back down. Come back down into the river. And hold fire for now. Hold fire. We're going back to the trees. Back to the cover of the trees. We're not going to get ambushed because it's impossible to ambush us right here. So take these trees as cover and get off pot shots. Fire at will.
What?
Alright, fire sparingly. Save your arrows a little bit. Don't go below 20. Don't go below 20 or 25.
Arrow conservation, at least in these ones where there's like a lot. There's some where you only have 35 arrows, some where it's like 50.
Is that this one?
Conservation is a little bit less important over here.
Getting pushing up. Okay, fall back toward the main flag. We're not safe here. I want to go to the other side. Let's go to the other side of the river in these forests. We're going to be long distance cover. Long distance cover fire. These horses, I have a feeling, are going to be watching out for us because we have a flag. So don't worry about getting ambushed. You have a great angle on these boys. Get into the trees. Don't stop at the riverbank because you're exposed. Feel like the left side is going to get wrapped. This is free meat, boys. This is free meat. We are getting pushed from the front. Stay here for 5 more seconds. They're going to be slow. Get all the damage you can. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, start pulling back to the right, back into the right, back into the right. We're faster than they are. Bows away, bows away. Just start running it. Stay close to the flag. Stay close. Stay close. Nice. Here comes the cavalry.
Very good use of the cavalry cover. We are very lucky that they were there.
Bank here. Fire at will. Stay around the flag. Of all the freaking people I could have hit.
Yeah, Alex was leading the infantry. I don't know if it was just that round or most of the rounds, but he was leading the infantry. So that's crazy that
all right,
I hit him out of all the others.
Stay here for a second. Focus on the left. Don't focus on the main battle. Focus on our left.
Yeah, the guys that are right here.
Back up if you need to. Back up if you need to. A safe distance is a far distance when you're an archer.
Very true.
All right, you can focus on the main battle again. Ocho, what was that you said just now?
No, I was gonna say, alright, we're good. We can focus. Turn back.
I'm out of arrows, so.
All right. Feel free to go if you're out of arrows. Feel free to go up and look for anyone's sack of arrows who died.
And if you can't find it, if you're literally like out of arrows, just go join the infantry. All right, a lot of dudes on the main island. We still have a comparable force, guys. A lot of guys have their backs to us. This is dinner for us.
They have a good couple archers still on the beach, so you might be able to target some of those.
Yep.
On the left
Stay
side.
moving. Don't be a statue, guys. Statues are easy to hit. You know that because you hit statues. Okay.
There are archers on the left side.
Focus the guys pushing these guys on the left. We need these infantry alive. Preserve their life. That's the priority. At least slow down the people attacking them so they're disjointed. And we still have cavalry cover, so we're safe.
Try not to hit our own boys.
Please try not to hit our own boys.
We can push around probably to this side of them a little bit more.
Focus the ones closer to the guys fighting.
Oh, Cav got me.
Cav on our left, Cav on our left, Cav on our left. All right, stay on the flag, stay on the flag. We're gonna move to the left of the riverbank, left side of the riverbank a little bit more this way. Oh, there, only one more.
We won that
Nice,
one.
we won. GG's. Good,
That was a
good
one.
round.
Good job, guys.
Combat archery is quite nice, isn't it?
The archery's fun.
All right, so very good. I almost forgot that I was recording something. That's very interesting. So, there isn't a. It's kind of hard to get a top-down view from here. I'll see if there's a future run where I die and I can get like a top right about here maybe. I'll screenshot this. Okay. So let's analyze. I didn't get to analyze live, but that is okay. It was a while ago, but I remember it like it was yesterday. Okay. As far as the visualization, there isn't too much really to say here. The archers, us, moved from spawn and kind of just hung out along this riverbank. We were temporarily over here. That position wasn't too important. We had kind of a good-ish line of sight, but it was mostly along this riverbank. We had infantry all along the river at various points, and then the cavalry, friendly cav, was giving us some very good cover. At some point, there was some like half an infantry unit that moved across, and they got taken care of by our teammates, especially the cav. So they did a very good and effective job of covering the archers, allowing us to basically have free reign of the lines of sight. And whenever, I don't know if a lot of us ran out of arrows, but we basically just stood here and rained down hell. So that was as effective as an archer unit can be. I think as far as the scoring goes, I think, well, no, I not think, I know that the clarity was good. I'll give myself a 10, a rare 10 out of 10. We moved, we listened perfectly. So the discipline as well gets a 10 because I'm feeling generous today. Skill, I did hit the leader of the infantry, so I have to take off a point for that. I got some nice damage off. Got some kills, I think maybe 1 or 2. So I'll do a 7, 7.5 minus 1, so 6.5. Sorry, Alex. So maneuvering, I think as well gets a 9. I don't know if we did it as perfectly as we could. We did get quite close to that enemy unit that was pushing us, while still staying, far enough away to where it wasn't like a critical danger. Um, and yeah, we made use of the whole shoreline and made sure that when the enemy units, enemy infantry and our infantry were engaging, that our infantry was covered well. So, very good round. Um, High scores all around. We move on to round 2. All right, round 2, same event, same troop layout, so we'll get right into it.
Does its job.
Yes, and that cab like really came in handy for us. Like no one even went near us. They really couldn't because of the river. Did someone take a flag this round from? Okay. We're gonna group up with the infantry just in a one column. 1 minute. Hey Alex, don't want to interrupt anything. If any of y'all want to take another banner next round and drop it, it works really nice for the bowman. It's very useful. I'll go double speed here. All right, 3, 2, 1, out. It's a long way to Tipperary. Oh, what a beautiful voice he has.
There's that too much sugar.
Hey, I'm singing the song. It's a long way to go.
I lost you.
It's a long. Oh, to the left. We're on the heading towards sea.
I see it.
Crossing the river. There's cav on the other side, so hang back a little bit, and they are taking A. They're pushing A. Hold here. Hold here. We're not crossing on that cav. Pull back a little bit to where these trees are. Actually, cancel that. Cancel that. Cancel that. Fall back. Fall back behind VK. Fall back behind VK. Same spot we were at last round. Let's put ourselves into those trees and see what angles we can get off. They are stretching their line very thin. Aim for the feet for the ones that have the shield high. Aim for their feet. If they have their shield low, ignore them. It takes about 30 seconds to get here, guys. Don't worry about them. They have their archers in a better position. We need to pull back. Come to the back right, back into the right. We are leaving. Okay.
Alright, hey, go shoot this guy on our left here.
Yeah, shoot him. Get rid of him. Okay, so we got crossbows on that side. I think we just double the archer power because that's a really good angle. Come back to the other shore. Back to the other shore. Our cav has this map control. And we have a really nice angle on a lot of dudes. Alright, come back behind these archers. Back behind these archers. Back behind the ones on the shore. Alright, we have C. We have B. Save your arrows. Hold fire, hold fire, hold fire. Group up on me. Give me a loose blob on me. Just so I know where we're all at. We're holding fire right now because there's no good angles. And that cab is moving too fast. Alright, move to the right here. If our cav crosses here, then we're golden. That's fine, that's fine, that's fine. Keep moving toward this tree, toward this tree. Stop in 3, 2, 1, stop. Stop, stop. Alright, give me a loose blob, loose blob. Hold fire, hold fire, hold fire. Keep moving to the right now. Moving to the right now. Moving to the right now.
Alright, stop, aim for that cavalry. Just pepper them real quick, pepper them. If they cross, then pull back. It looks like they're committing to the cross, so I'm gonna have us pull back, pull back, pull back, pull back. Alright, that's the enemy over there. We need to get into the river. Get into the river. Into the river. Into the river. Alright, don't go too deep. Stay right here, stay right here. We scared off their cav. We scared off their cav.
I don't think it was us that scared off their
They're
cav.
not gonna come back. Come back. Toward me.
TVH.
Right side on the shore. Right side on the shore. See if you can pick off their cav. After ours passes.
That's a smart play that the enemy cav did. Moving across
Coming C. Okay. Fire at
to
will.
the mountains, but
Take the
we'll
cav
talk
or
about
the
that in a
archers.
sec.
You pick. Just hit your shots. I need at least one more guy firing at these cavs so they don't get too frisky. Be very careful because they're charging in. They're charging in. Y'all still alive?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good.
Okay. Good.
They're pushing us on the right. Watch out.
Fall back, fall back, fall back. Alright, fire at will. Feel free to disperse.
Fuck, 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 fuck.
Alright, not a super great one. I think we did do some good damage as a unit, but we were put in a kind of difficult situation. Let's see it from a top-down kind of view. So, what we see here is our unit, just like normal, moving across. Again, we stop here just for a second. The enemy infantry moves and takes this island. And then they station their archers around here, which is a much better position. With tree cover and on land, a little bit further back, is much better than tree cover in the middle of a river, relatively open. So I go ahead and pull the archers back, and we again try to take control of the shore, which we have. There's another archer unit around here, so I go take them over here. The issue comes when we have the enemy cav that crosses, and instead of engaging either the archers or the friendly cav that's coming in from this angle, they actually go up into the mountains. Like it's a smart move, because the other cav, and I don't know if they expected that to happen or if it was the best decision, but the friendly cav actually moves away to another position. I wasn't watching them to see where they went, and I won't cast too much judgment from there because there's so many moving dynamic factors. But the result of that was we archers were just on the shore. The infantry was taking up positions here. And when the enemy infantry closes in and is able to actually push them back onto the shore, and at the same time the cav comes back in and demolishes. Well, not just demolishes, but you know they have a very big effect on the attention and the health bars of the friendly units. I didn't see a lot of the friendly cav coming back, but it happened very quickly. The distance of time from the cav crossing up into the mountains and the friendly infantry being pushed back was not that long, and so I didn't really personally get the chance to have an overview of the conflict like I usually do. But the fact is, just the way that cavalry moves and it's the fact that it can cover so much distance so quickly, we couldn't really hit them. We couldn't do pretty much any damage to them. They had free reign, and the enemy cav was not there. The enemy infantry, from their perspective, was in the river, as well as their infantry was in the river. So they had free reign of the shore, which is where the archers were stationed, and we were archers, so we got wiped out. rock, paper, scissors, we lost. Not too much more to say about that. I feel like the fact that we were here had very good lines of sight. We did pretty much everything right, except should we have pushed into the river, moved away? Probably not. Honestly, we would have been much slower. I think the cavalry still could have gotten to us effectively, and the infantry ended up pushing all the way to the shore anyway. And so, if we died, we would have died in the river instead of on the land. It's maybe could be a simple matter of being less armored and not having that same hitting force. As far as the scores, so for this round 2, clarity. I think I tripped over my words a little bit more. I was saying a lot, and so there's just more space to mess up, to have your brain talk faster than your lips, which is something that I can even do while recording. So clarity, I'll give myself a 7. Everyone seemed to understand what I was saying. They followed the orders decently. The chaotic situation at the end kind of made it difficult to even think, let alone think and process those thoughts through words, and then pass those words to the people you're commanding. So 7. Discipline. Discipline, I think, is average. I'll give it a 6 actually. I was the commands that I was giving were a little bit more chaotic than average, and so there wasn't always as compact of a unit that I would like. I'm used to commanding infantry mainly, as you see if you watch this content a lot. So maybe having more of a compact nature to an archery unit is less effective, less useful, desirable. So yeah, but I think the players did what they were supposed to when they were supposed to. There wasn't too much like cross talking, interrupting, or anything like that. But there wasn't any particular points of good um, good discipline that I saw, like or look better than average, points to add on to the score. So overall, a little bit less than average. Give it a 6, maybe a 5.5, but just to keep the numbers nice and round, I'll give it a 6. Skill. Skill, I got a little bit of damage off, not as much as last round or some of the rounds that are coming up here. Being an archer is very cool. Um, you get to do damage without having a lot of danger directly on you until the last chaotic moments. So skill, I'll give myself above average a 7. I didn't get any team hits. I definitely didn't hit the infantry commander this time, so I'll give myself a 7. Maybe even, well, no, yeah, I didn't do that well. Not enough to add points on. So 7 is where I'm at. Maneuver, uh, the same maneuvering as last round essentially. I think I pulled back even earlier than I did to get into a better position compared to the first round, the previous round. So I think that is a plus. And in terms of that final melee, I don't think being in a different position would have been better for us. So I won't take points off on that account. The timings were nice. The particular portions of land that I was standing on, that I put my team on, were, I think, sufficient, more than sufficient. If we had hit more shots, I think we would have done a lot more effect for the Allied army. So I'll give myself, definitely above average. I'll do an 8, not an 8.5, just an 8. And that is that's the score for round 2. We move on. All right, now we approach round 3. This one, I believe we have only 7 archers instead of 8, but that's not too big of an issue. This was more of a casual round, I guess. And this one we have a banner again, so I love having that. We begin. Okay, and archers we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What is that? 6?
Broadspear is coming as well. So
Oh, broadspear. Okay, 7. That's good enough. I can work with 7, and I think it's better to have a little bit of infantry, a little bit more the decisive element. All right, follow the banner, not the man. 3, 2, 1, out. I really like how B is stationed. By the way, if anyone is able to, pick up that spear. If any of the archers drop your melee, pick up that spear. Hold here. Halt. I believe. Yep. All right.
I don't know if that's in the rules. Actually, I think it is in the rules, but I didn't know it at this point.
So now we can we're able to kill any cav if they come close. I don't know if that's like against the rules or anything. I will ask.
I think it is.
Let's hold on. Okay, far left, they are pushing. Those are our guys. Let's look left. Open fire on the people opposite our guys. Stay on the left side of these trees because you have archers coming in from your right. Stay on the move. Stay behind cover. Cav coming in from the left. Friendly cav coming in from the left. We have lost line of sight on the people attacking. The rest are going back.
What in the world is that? Yeah, I remember thinking like, what? That's insane. At least I could get the arrow back. At least it wasn't a total waste.
Okay, start pulling back into the right, let's come to this river here on the banner. Stay on the banner.
I think this round is one of the ones that shows a very good amount of teamwork, a very good degree of mixed unit tactics here.
Come to the banner. Use this earth as cover and look left. Look directly left.
Nice shot.
They might try to flank, by the way. They're on that rock.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, start shooting the people with the green shields, guys. To where I'm looking, left. Yeah, and then 2 or 3 people, I don't care who, 2 or 3 people shoot somewhere else so that all of us aren't focused here. Yep, and we got infantry reinforcements. Start pulling, everyone who's not shooting to the main body, pull with me into the river. Come left. Come left. Kindrel Brave, stay where you are. Kindrel Brave, stay where you are. Everyone come with me left. Come with me left. I want to harass these guys. Are our infantry still here? Yep, they are. Okay. Hopefully the infantry go onto the land so we can get behind. 2 flags will be removed in 30 seconds. All right. This is free lunch, guys. Free lunch. Help the people that are in unfair fights. All right, start pulling to the right on the other side of this this land.
That was very good shooting for me. I think that's my best shooting ever on record. I rarely ever play bow.
Right, we've done as much as we can. A is the final flag. Okay, so we might have to kill these guys here. Kill these guys where we were firing before. We have to take this map control because then we can get a really good angle on that final fight.
I think Jaybird went down, so we pulled off faster than we should have. And also Alex.
All right.
We should have stayed there a little bit longer. I had assumed that we'd won the infantry fight, but well, we technically did. But I think if we stayed at our previous position, we would have had a bigger chance.
From the left. Oh my goodness. They have their backs to you. There's one guy with the flag. Let's see. Killer. Hunter Killer. You sound like you're a good archer. Kill that guy with the green flag to the left. Only you and me. Everyone else focus on the main fight. Killer, come up with me.
Guys, that was perfectly done. Good job.
Perfect. Well, it's not over yet. But yes, that main fight, that little fight, yes, that was great. Well, it was mostly y'all.
I pulled back to let y'all have the glory. All right. Don't go below 10, Hunter. Once you get to 10, pull back to the mainland. And just focus on that banner. I just want the disrespect.
That's a morale victory if we get that banner. We didn't
They
end
have
up getting the
archers, so
banner,
be
but
careful.
it would have been a morale victory. A propaganda victory, we call it.
All right, pull back, Hunter. Pull back. Everyone else, KOTF, start cross. No, don't cross, don't cross, don't cross. Stay where you are. Stay where you are. Stay where you are. Sackers, I think you're a little bit far, and they have archers to your left. You're exposed.
Let's go.
Cav, focus on this, Cav. Pull out a spear if you need to. Or whatever melee you have. This is I think the last fight.
Yeah, it's just us left.
Yeah, just us? Okay. Just fire at will, feel free to disperse, do what you need to. Kill the guys that are attacking us. You have about 5 more seconds until they make land.
It disappeared right before I got
The
it.
banner stands. We are not yet defeated.
Getting a lot of damage this round.
My men, do you see our banner still on the land? We are not yet defeated. Fight still and win.
I died. Wonderful last stand. Lasted longer than I thought I should.
Well, fight still and do your best. That was a great effort, boys. Valiant effort. I think we had a lot of impact there.
Most certainly a lot of impact. Let's see
Valiant.
if I
Well, fight still
can...
and
There we go. This is a good enough angle. So, we move to the analysis. Starting off, I think we are heading this direction, and then we stop and take up positions here. We don't really do anything super important at first. Then we pull back. We have the infantry that comes in, and they are fighting around here with the enemy unit that sneaks around this rock. So there's an issue here because we move like out into the lake. We have a very good angle on this fight that happens. It's the our friendly infantry versus the enemy infantry. We get a few picks of damage. I think definitely that we moved off too early. We got over here, which is not as good of an angle. I assumed that the fight was done, but then we had 2 people die, 2 of our infantry die, so obviously the fight wasn't over. And then we were kind of just stuck in no man's land, not no man's land, but we were in a lot less of a good position to finish them off. We eventually did, but it took a while, and it took like 2 or 3 boys, so definitely that could have been done better. As far as what happened next, we had a pretty good setup around here. We didn't get a lot of kills or a lot of shots. We definitely didn't kill their banner, which was one of my goals, but can't have it all. And very good angles over here. And then that lasted for a while. The enemy infantry does their last push onto the land, and that's where the fight is. And we end up losing. Nevertheless, I think there was a lot of good calls here, a lot of repositioning. Not we didn't actually move that much distance-wise, but we did move around angle-wise, which is obviously very important. I think we used elevation to our advantage, cover less so,
but I'm not really grading myself on the quality of the positioning of the archers, just of the whole unit overall. The infantry helped out a lot, of course. I don't know. We probably wouldn't have been killed by that one green shield unit if we didn't have them, but they definitely added the decisive element to that fight and caused the overall victory. We took the whole island and then and kind of just stationed there while we took on the rest of the team. Very, very good in terms of most of it. I think that was a great round. One of the ones that I will personally remember for a long, long time. So this round 3, in terms of clarity, my commands were very specific, kind of short, clear. In general, I think I gave too many commands at one point where we were moving off of that one angle. But other than that, I think it was better than average, much better than average. I'll go ahead and give myself 8.5 for that one. Not a 9 because I made too many mistakes for it to be a 9. Discipline, I'll give it a 10. The people were perfectly spaced, perfectly not perfectly angled, but we did what we were supposed to do in terms of the spacing. There wasn't almost any crosstalk or interruptions or anything like that. I'm actually going to give myself a 9, not a 10, because there was a point where people were a little bit too far forward after I'd called for them to step back a little bit, but much better than average. Very well played, so discipline gets a 9. Skill, I think I hit a teammate if at some point during that, and then I think I also shot another teammate like in the main fight after the little island fight. So I'll give myself 1 point off, but I made a lot of damage. I think I got 1 or 2 kills. Not even sure. Oh, I definitely got a kill with the melee weapon. As far as with the bow, not sure. I'll give myself an 8, just because the amount of damage that I did was definitely significant, more than than I usually had gotten with a bow. So skill gets an 8. Maneuver, I will have to give myself 1 point off for moving out of that island fight too early, but other than that, it's a 9. I think the not moving too far off of the island, the positioning that we did at every point, we were kind of right where we were supposed to be to do damage to the enemy without being in too much danger. Obviously, until the end, I assume many of us were out of arrows because I even conserved a lot of arrows and I was out before the enemy push got onto the island. Well, that's not really an island; it's more of a peninsula. Don't know why I was calling it an island. It's more of a peninsula. So this was one of the good rounds, one of the better rounds, at least. And I really liked what I did here. I liked how the team played, and the infantry and the archers working together, hand in hand. That's the best way to win the round. Although we didn't win the round, but under different circumstances, I could imagine us winning that round. And onward we go to round 4. Oh, he read my mind. 3, 2, 1, jump. Jump in 3, 2, 1, jump. Jump in 3, 2, 1, jump. Alright, we're just following along with them. Move out in 3, 2, 1, move. If you press the backslash under your backspace bar, put away your weapon. Just move a little bit faster. I think they're gonna go cap B. Yeah, let's give them some cover. We're gonna get this tree to our right. We're gonna crowd. No, we're not gonna crowd around. Let's just disperse here. Disperse around the flag. Fire at will. Don't go more than 1 tree away in distance. So you should just be around these first couple of trees from where the flag is.
They're all on C, by the way.
They're all on C? Okay.
Yeah,
well,
yeah, all of their army.
we have some nice cover on B if we want to take that. A, we've taken. All right.
Their archers are across the river.
Gotcha. Is that those green guys? That is those green
Yeah,
guys.
you can see the banner, no shields.
Okay. So we start with 50 arrows. Don't go below 35. If you're at 35, stop shooting.
Kind of confused on what we're doing here, but that's all right.
If you think I don't see something, let me know. Oh, Cav to our left, back left. This is enemy Cav. Turn around. Come to the shore. Come to the shore where the banner is. Come to the shore where the banner is. Don't hesitate. Take out your melees. Okay, take out your bows and fire a couple arrows at some horses if you think you can hit them. If you don't think you can hit them, don't fire. They have left where we are. They didn't even cap the freaking flag.
Our infantry's collided.
Okay, let's see. Where are they facing? Seems like our infantry is being pushed back. And where is our friends? Okay, cross over here, cross the river. Oh, y'all are already crossed, but yeah, let's cross the river. Flag C is remaining. That's this one. Once we cross the river and get to these first level of trees, we should have some good angles. Watch out for the cav. We're not going to stick to the back of the infantry just yet. Just yet. Enemy cav is slowly pushing to the left. Let's join closer to the infantry. Closer to the infantry. Bows away. Let's start running. Bows away and start running. All right. Yeah, cav is there. Keep running. Keep running. You can't do anything standing there. All right. This is where the fight is. So just do close range archery. Don't worry about the cav. Let's try to get side by side so we don't shoot each other in the back. Cav is in right now. Cav is in now. Start wiggling.
My arrow went right over his head.
Take out melee if you need to.
Most inaccurate shots ever.
Dang, I thought I could get
Unfortunate.
that last shot off.
Unfortunate.
That was gonna be a clip.
I don't think the arrow would have killed his horse anyway. All right. So, not too much to... Oh, I think I have a better angle here. Okay. Kind of similar to one of the previous rounds. We were kind of far away because the flag was on C, so everyone was going over there. I'll switch to the right screen. There we go. So, starting back here, I think first mistake was staying around this area for too long. I think we were so out of place that the cavalry didn't even care about us. They just went and continued toward the main fight. Lots of the people were already across when I called to cross the river. So discipline will definitely take some hits for that. But overall, I mean, the positioning here isn't really that useful. We were so long range. I think the enemy infantry was like over here, and there was some dotted around. So there wasn't really much use of being over here for as long as we were. We should have kept on going. When we did move across the river, the fight was already going on. So we had some units over here. I think some units around here. I couldn't really get like a good view of it, but it was a big fight.
This was already kind of in chaos. So I got pretty close. Brought the unit pretty close to get some close range archery, and I think that did have a pretty good effect. We didn't hold on to the shoreline for very long. We ended up getting pushed back by the reformed enemy infantry, but I think we provided, you know, some nice little cover. I think we did we lose? I think we lost that one. I'm pretty sure we lost.
Our caps sucked that round.
I
I
didn't
was
see where
in
they
the
were.
entire game, I can't lie.
I didn't
Let's
see
see.
where they were.
We were watching them a lot as the infantry, and they were just kind of constantly running around. They would choose one moment to charge, and they would all die every single time.
Yeah, we lost. Okay, so we got pretty close. I know I got some damage off. I'm sure the other guys got some damage off. The enemy infantry taking the shore, I think their cav also had presence here. So there isn't an incredible amount that we could do, short of kind of staying over here, which was really not useful. It definitely was better that we were here, and being kind of in the river would have been even worse because we were slowed. So yeah, I'll say that this is probably the best place to make the last stand, and we did make the last stand, and we got killed. So there we go. This round, not the best one. Not the best one. Clarity. I'll come back to clarity. I'll come back to that. What I really want to talk about is discipline. I would not say that the places that I commanded to stick around were the best places to be. They were too far from the action. Not really good lines of sight. Distance was not great for the landing of shots effectively. The people did kind of disperse quicker than I thought they would. Quicker than would be, you know, normal for a remain order, but that's how that goes. And then, you know, also we were there for a while. We were on the shore shooting, and when I called to cross the bridge, I saw that maybe 4-ish people had already been to the other side or the middle of the river. So discipline gets a 2, both because of the unit actions and the lack of attention. I was more paying attention to what the infantry was doing than my own unit. So the discipline there, not great. Skill, got good amount of hits, not very many team hits. I don't even think I got one team hit. Hopefully I didn't. Skill will get an 7. Average. Kind of average. A little bit above average, actually. Maybe 7.5, but not too sure. Maneuver, I'll say maneuvering, I made kind of not great decisions in the first half of the round. I was too slow in getting to where we needed to be. We needed actually to be across the other side, but I called to stay on the side we were at for too long, objectively. Once we got to the other side, I think we made the right moves in getting close enough to be like right in their faces, do that combat archery that we wanted to do in the first round, but didn't end up doing. And then when we got pushed back, we kept a good distance from them, at least most of us. But I was a little bit distracted, so I got caught up in the charge. As a unit, though, the maneuver in the first half pretty bad. In the second half, not bad. So it's below average. I'll give it a 3 or 4, 3.5. There we go. Clarity. I think my commands were pretty clear. Definitely not the clearest, not the most understandable right off the bat. So yeah, I'll do a 5, maybe a 4 or 5. Yeah, I'll do a 5. Pretty average. Some good spots, some not so good spots, and you know, we ended up being with the main body when everything went down, or at least at the apex of it. So not too bad. Not too bad. Okay. From averaging them all out, the round 1 gets a an 8.5 or 8.9. 8.9, very good score, almost a 9 average, very good round. Round 2, very average, gets a 7. Round 3 is 8.6, another very good round. And then round 4 gets a 4.3, quite bad. So, I mean, those are this metric, this system of measurement, weights all of them the same. It assumes that clarity, discipline, skill, and maneuver are all equally important to winning the round, which is the goal of playing the game is to win the game. Obviously, the goal of commanding is the effective movement and operation of your unit, in terms of, how it relates to the allied army, the enemy army, the points, the positions, everything like that. Maybe there's a different system that is out there. Definitely, I'm open to recommendations on alterations for it, but this system for now seems to work decently enough, and at least if it's consistent, then there is some form of objectivity in the comparison of one round to another round, since it's always going off of the same metrics. These rounds very good, except for round 4. I think even round 4 was decent. I don't usually command archers, and when I do, it's archers and infantry. So this was a novel experience for me, but I had fun, and I bet the people had fun. So that's very good to know. Otherwise, as always, I'm open to analyzing other people's commanding, as well as my own. Definitely, if people would, care to have me do that. And I think that is all that I have to say. So I wish you a good evening and have a nice time. See you next time.